Thank you for your interest in the school climate walkthrough.
This video will show you what the survey looks like and how administration of the survey will work at your school. The survey is distributed to students through a school-specific customized link provided by us at YCEI. When students click on that link, this is the page that it'll take them to. From here, you'll have the students click on Let's Start, since students will be starting a new walkthrough. Since this is the first time students are logging on, they will see our informed assent document. This document details why we are collecting these data, how the data is kept secure, and additional information about the survey. Most importantly, the survey is voluntary. Students can stop at any time or choose not to take the survey altogether, and this will not have any negative impact on them. Students remain anonymous, and only aggregate information is shared back with the community. Students can also skip any questions throughout the survey. Once they've read through the informed assent and they choose to participate, students will click I agree. In order to create an anonymous but memorable username, the survey asks them to enter the last 2 digits of their phone number, how many brothers they have, and the first 2 letters of their middle name. And this creates a unique username for each student. For students whose info might not apply in this section, for example, a student that does not have a phone number, we ask them to add 2 zeros to this section. Similarly, if a student doesn't have a middle name, we ask them to add 2 X's or Y's to this section. Next, we ask students to create a 4-digit password. It's important to note that the password cannot start with a 0. Next is the security question in case you forgot your password and it needs to be reset. This question asks if anyone else used the device besides you. This is important for security purposes, especially if a student is taking the survey on a school computer. This is my personal device, so I will click no. Now students will see a set of questions related to demographic information. There is a skip button in the top right-hand corner if students don't want to answer these questions. Once these questions are answered, students click Save. This is part 1 of the journey of the survey. As you can see, this check mark indicates that the demographic questions have already been completed, so students can click to the next step of the journey. Step 2 through 8 asks subjective questions like, my school offers extra learning opportunities for students who want them. And it is rated on a scale of 1 through 4, from strongly agree to strongly disagree. Just like any question before, there's a skip button in the top right-hand corner. If a student chooses not to answer a question, we ask a follow-up question to better understand their choice. Students will also see questions like this one throughout the survey. This is called an attention check. Students will receive stars for correctly responding to attention check questions. This helps ensure we get valid responses. When students get to the end of a set of questions, they'll see this page and will get the star for correctly answering an attention check or a reminder to pay closer attention going forward. You'll see that in the top right-hand corner, there'll be a running tally throughout the survey of correctly answered attention checks. Once all steps of part 1 of the journey are finished, the screen will return here, and you'll see that this part of the survey journey is complete. At this point, the second part of the journey will appear. This part includes items that are in a slightly different format. These questions are answered yes or no. For example, this statement, there are opportunities to get individual help from teachers during class today. Like in the first part of the journey, there are attention checks in these steps too. For example, this question, please select yes for this question. Here is another format of questions included in the second part, where clicking on the left side of the screen indicates no, and clicking on the right side of the screen indicates yes. When students get to the end of each of the steps, they'll see this same "You did it" screen, and they can continue to the next step. Similarly, a running tally of their stars from the attention checks will be kept in the upper right-hand corner. Once students finish the second part of their journey, They will be shown this screen that says their school climate score is being calculated. The Get Results button is grayed out because the results are not yet ready. At the end of the survey administration period, we will calculate your results, and this button will be blue, indicating it is now a link to the results. Students can log back in with the same credentials they already created, and adults can create their own usernames so that they can view the results as well.